you guys ever felt like you were on the top of the world? Have you?
Yeah.
So, I don't know about you guys or when you felt it, but I can tell you mine. 22nd December 2013. I was on the top of the world. And I was going to jump. Good evening, everyone. And this time, this is the first ever recount of my skydiving experience. Raw, rugged, and real. On the morning of that fateful day, as I signed the indemnity form, it translated in my head. If you die in this whole thing, bro, it's not my problem. I looked at my family's face, panic-stricken. My mother, helpless, hysterical, hyperventilating. Please, don't do this. This is insanity. She looked at me, hoping that I would reconsider. But I was all ready for it. I embarked on the bus for the 2-hour journey. In the bus, everyone was wiping their sweat, fidgeting all around, and they were scared to death. But thankfully, the 2-hour journey was over, and we were at the arena of death, as they called it. On the location, I was given a list of things that could kill me. Yeah, what a starting. An ex-instructor told us that jumping is a sensory overload, which means you might black out or blank out up in the air. And things like vomiting and urination were very common. Disgusting, isn't it? Then this guy comes next to me, crippled with a cast on his leg. And his first line to me, I broke my leg while landing. Wow. By the way, if you guys want to lose weight, schedule a skydiving lesson. Kills your appetite for days. Eventually, I went near the flight and I saw this girl crying and whining. No, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. To her husband. As though she was the victim of domestic abuse. Probably more scared than Rihanna was in Chris Brown's car. But finally, the tiny plane took over the sky, and I was flying amidst the perfect harmony between the luscious green trees, the emerald green water, the vulturous thick white clouds, and the vast blue of sea. A place where trees still stood tall and erect, and people, and with pride and valor. Because in this part of the world, they were still the ruling kings and queens. New Zealand, the reincarnation of Mother Goddess. When the plane door banged open, I just felt relief. 5 kilometers up in the sky, all I wanted was to jump. It was finally happening. Without waiting for the count of 3, I just jumped. The air pushed through my skin and it was the best roller coaster ride on the earth. I flipped 360 degrees in the air and in all 3 directions. That moment I felt what ecstasy you feel while you live in the moment. And there I was flying gracefully from the sky. And what do I plan to do next? I plan to do my little chicken dance. And I have that taped on the video, so in case you guys want to see it. But that moment, I felt as though I had reached my enlightenment. It was the perfect bliss. But then I fell faster and faster, and I went closer to the clouds and closer. I pushed my arms to reach to the white clouds, but alas, I couldn't. I tried to touch the dense wall, but before my mind could register, I went straight into the white pool. I could see nothing around, nothing above, nothing below. It was claustrophobic. After what seemed forever, I finally popped right out of my cloud 9. Yeah, pun intended there. So, I finally feel that I'm winning this thing, and my tandem master right there signals me in panic. 5,000 feet I'm in the air and I've not opened my parachute yet. I go hysterical. I look for my latch and I pull it as hard as I can. And what happens? My left latch comes into my hand. The parachute has not opened yet. My mind registered what just happened. It went blank. Fear, in its full fury, gripped my body. Darkness seeped through it. I was going to die. They told me not to do this. They told me, don't do this. It's stupid, but I did it. And I was paying for it. I paid for my own death. Like some dramatic movie, all my family members' faces started flashing in front of my eyes, but it was only when I saw my little brother that I thought, if I was going to die, this is not the way I would die. I will fight it. I clenched up my ab muscles and I looked towards the fast nearing ground. And I said that while this might be the end, I will not accept it in defeat. And within seconds, my tandem master came behind me and he ripped the bag open apart. The parachute flew open. We both landed in the middle of the lake. Freezing cold water, but totally worth it. So today what I would want to tell you is fear is a psychological effect. It cripples the potential within you. It makes the impossible seem the possible seem the impossible, and realistic goals seem unrealistic. So please take away. Face your fears. To escape your fear, you must go through it, not around it. So face it to erase it. Thank you.
Please observe 1 minute of silence.